Do you ever feel like you haven't belonged? Growing up, there was many instances where I felt like that. I tried to get into soccer, but we didn't even get a call back, so guess I didn't belong there. Then I tried the viola for a year. Nope. Then I tried choir. I was in the Texas Girls Choir for a year, and then I quit, but I did do choir for a couple more years after that, but that wasn't my thing either. And then I tried the piano. Nope. Then I even tried baton twirling, which was kind of fun and interesting, but that didn't fit either. As I grew through the years, I just poured my whole world into volleyball and played through college. And I also met my husband. We were high school sweethearts. And that became another world for me and another sense of belonging. And then we became husband and wife. And I felt like I belonged with him, of course, right? So I felt like I belonged. And when I became a mom, oh my gosh, yes, I belonged in that role. That was my role. I always wanted to be a mom. So I had my sense of belongings, I miss volleyball, but I can't play anymore because of injuries. But I still, my heart belongs there. I belong in this marriage because, of course, God orchestrated it and we're together. I belong as a mom. I fit in that role. Not just fit, I belong in that role. And I then, as a mom with weight gain, I gained 80 pounds, 56 and 50 pounds with each of my pregnancies, and never had a problem before because I was a college athlete. Never had a problem before because I was an athlete from 7th grade to college, so I didn't have to worry about weight. And all of a sudden, boom, I'm a mom that's gained lots of weight and have had horrible habits. So what do I do now? How do I get this off? So I start working on myself, and I start working on my nutrition, and I start exercising, and the program that I found really just, it fit with me. But I didn't know till much later that it belonged with me. And that's what I want to share with you today. Hi y'all, my name is Lindsay Ali and I am a health and fitness coach. I work with people online from across US and Canada to lose weight, to get healthier, and just encourage people through the plans that I have. And I also help people just join me and do the same thing as I do, and we become a team and we start earning income to do this. So that's what I do. And I wanted to share with you at first that sense of not belonging. I'm sure you can relate. In some area of your life, you didn't belong either, or you just didn't feel like you belonged. Maybe you fit in a little bit, but you didn't belong like deep down inside. Like when I found volleyball, I knew that was where I belonged. And I would do anything and work my butt off to stay there and to not let that go. So I'm coming off of a huge weekend. I have done things well and qualified for a retreat weekend that I just went on last weekend. And of course, it was wonderful, and we got, pampered, and we got to relax, and we just got loved on. But more than that, we talked about this there. There was a sense of belonging. And that's where I go back to, I didn't know that the program that I started when I started watching my nutrition and exercising, that it was going to allow me to belong to something. So as a mom who had weight problems and not knowing how to get them off, I did not know what to do. And so I just started along this path, and God orchestrated it to make sure I was on this path to be on the team that I'm on, because this team is so God-centered, and that's what I want, need, crave, and want to belong to. So, of course, at first, this path that I got on, I was just doing it to help myself. I was just doing it to lose my weight, to regain confidence, and to not make fun of myself because I was overweight, and not be embarrassed to get in play with my kids outside or at birthday parties, and not put the pillow over on top of my stomach when I sat down at a gathering because I was nervous about the muffin top flowing over, and all those things. The rubber band method. Oh my gosh, the rubber band method on your pants. I wanted to get out of that too. So if you don't know what that is, look it up because it's so helpful. But anyway, I started along this path and I started to help myself. And then I realized that this path also allowed me to extend an arm and pay it forward to other people where I could help them get healthy and fit and make better choices and encourage them along the way. And I'm just really, at this point, very interested in this coaching thing that has allowed me to develop confidence by seeing results. So I got into coaching a little bit more and finding out what are the things that I need to do to be successful as a coach. And I started personal development. Not a reader, hated reading. But I started reading personal development books, which I thought was really silly at first. But once I dove in and I really did it consistently every single day, what happened was I grew my confidence so much more. Now, there's still work to be done on me, of course. There's still work to be done because I still fail, especially with body image, because I'm not to my goal weight yet. But my personal development keeps me sane, it keeps me going, it keeps me knowing that our minds play tricks with us and lies enter in. And if we allow them to roll around, then we're going to give up and we're going to quit. And that's not what I want. Coming out of this weekend, if I didn't feel like I belonged in this role before, gosh, do I do now. I felt like I belonged here before. I wouldn't worked so hard to meet the qualifications to go on this reward weekend. But now I feel like I did when I found volleyball. I feel like this is my thing. This is where I belong. I may not be great at working out, especially with my injuries. I may not be great at fitness, but I can be a good listener and I can encourage people and I can show them a plan that worked for me and one that fits them. And I can show them a community where you can belong, where people accept you for who you are. They see who you are, truly who you are, and they love you no matter what. And then not only that, in your insecurities and inconsistencies, they lovingly wrap their arms around you and encourage you and lift you up. And that is where I want to be. That is where I feel I'm coming out of this weekend. Felt it so much more than I ever had before. Of course, I felt it before. I wouldn't have continued, like I said. But now I really feel like, again, like I'm back in volleyball and I have found that thing where I belong and I want to do this and I want to do anything that I can to keep it so that I can keep those relationships, keep that belonging and really just dive into, work so hard to continue this path. Just like I did with volleyball, I worked so hard to continue that path and made it to where I got a college scholarship. Now, I worked so hard so that I could get this reward weekend. And now coming out of that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work even harder so that I can create a bigger community where I belong and where the people who come along with me, they can belong too. So, there are many things that coaching can bring. There's many things that I could talk about, I have talked about, and I've shared many things that touch my heart really deep down inside. But I just had to share the sense of community and belonging on this video because of the weekend that I just had with amazing women. So that is just one thing of many that coaching has done for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that it's given you some kind of hope and some kind of push to want to find where you belong. So thank you.